everybody, this is a video to go along with our American Girl Afternoon doll stocking embroidery program, and we already showed you how to thread your needle, and we did the line stitch or running stitch, and now I'm going to show you how to do a cross stitch. So like we talked about with the running stitch, if you're doing this on your stocking where there's an inside, you want to start from inside the stocking, not the back, the inside. But on our practice piece, we don't have to worry about that because it's only two sides. So just like we did with the running stitch, I'm trying to figure out where I want to start this. You want to start from the back because you want your knot to be on the back. So you poke your needle up through and pull it until the knot catches. With a cross stitch, instead of going side to side to side to side to side like we did with the running stitch, you want to go diagonal because you're going to be making X's. So I want to end my stitch here, if you can see it. So I started down here, I want to end it up here. So I push my needle through, pull it through the back, and I have a diagonal line now. Now here's where it gets different. So I went in down here and came out up here with the first stitch. Because I want it to make an X, I want to go in across from where I ended. So I ended up here. Jeez Louise. I ended up here. I want to put my needle back through over here on the same line. So when I poke it through, it comes up above where I already made my first stitch. I pull it all the way through. And then because it's called a cross stitch and I want it to make an X, I want to pull my thread across the stitch I already made, put my needle in here, which is where it's diagonal, poke it through, pull it through, and I've made an X. So I've made a cross stitch. So a cross stitch, it's called cross because you make an X, you make a cross. So if I wanted to do another one from where I ended up, I would poke through to the front, pull it through, then I would want to go diagonal. So I would go up here, make my line, then from the back, I would want to go diagonal from where, parallel to where I ended, pull through, cross over to make the diagonal, and ta-da, I have another X. So you could do that as many times as you wanted. That just adds a little variety to what you're doing, kind of makes it look cool. And another fun thing about this is, so say you wanted to make two X's, but then you wanted to start right into a chain, or not a chain stitch, a running stitch. You could just do that. You could just stop making X's and start making lines. You can do all the same things with the same thread. So the last stitch I'm going to show you is how to do a whip stitch. That's mostly going to be used for if something on your stocking would rip, or if you were like sewing on a patch or something. So if you haven't checked out the other videos, or if you need to learn how to end your stitch, go check out those other videos.